We got a special interview with our friend Allie, who did our 90-day keto plan, and she's seen some great results. She's going to go over that with you guys, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy this one. She's going to go over, how it's changed her and how everything, kind of came together. And also, you can check out allgainsapparel.com for cool sweatshirts like this, the hoodies. This video is sponsored by
All Gains Apparel.
All Gains Apparel. Us.
Yeah, so definitely check it out. It'll be, any discount codes and everything will all be in the links in the description below, so definitely go down there, check it out, and get some stuff. Be cool.
On that note, let's begin the interview. Allie's about to enter the room. Hey guys, welcome to our Ketoview, I'm going to call it. Keto interview. We have Allison for long.
Hi.
And this is her first time being on camera like this, so she's very excited about that. We're going to talk about her experience on the ketogenic diet and the great things that it's done for her. And we're just going to talk about, all that kind of stuff and find out everything that's changed for her and how keto has improved her life and it's improved our lives. And just want to kind of get the message out there, what this stuff can really do, how it changes your life and how making healthy choices can, make a better lifestyle and, it really makes a better environment for you and people around you.
We have living proof right here of what it can do. So, you want to start giving her some questions for her to answer?
Allie also did our 90-day keto plan, which is going to come out very soon, so stick around to that. Sorry we haven't been posting a lot. We've been very busy with school and work, and things are just really hectic right now, but we're back on track. We're getting, we're getting stuff done, and we're going to bring you guys in some awesome stuff with us. So, with further ado,
let's start. So, tell us about the day where you said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start keto.
The day that you changed everything. You just changed it.
Well, I figured it'd be best to go straight into it. Don't ease yourself into it. I saw that it worked for you guys. So I figured I would try. I've struggled with weight ever since I was little. Overweight runs in my family. So, I figured I would try. Let me try something that I know works, that I see it, living proof.
How did you know this would work?
Well, I've seen it work for... I actually didn't know, if it would work for myself, but I've seen it work for you. I've seen it work for you. So I figured it can't hurt to try it. And then even after the first week, just feeling so much better, I figured I would just keep going with it. And now I'm 4 months in and feel better than ever.
Because a lot of people have a problem just grasping the idea that fat does not make you fat. Sugar is the problem. And, the stuff like cereal, all this processed stuff, it's really, for some people, it's really hard to really understand this idea that this stuff is really, it's really killing us and really deprives us of our health.
It's still hard to believe unless you see it. I still have a hard time believing that I can't, that I'm allowed to eat tablespoons of butter and be completely okay.
I know. I used to think I was going to die.
Me too. Everyone was like, you're going to die. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Especially when Mikey would put a bunch of salt on his fries and a lot of salt. And, I guess we all would think that salt was the problem, but in reality, what was really going on with those fries were getting the best of them.
The things that are in those foods.
I think it's really hard to take the first step in keto or any diet, The first step is always the worst because you're going into a new territory, you're doing new things, your body's like, Yeah,
your body's going crazy those first few days, right? Those first few days were the worst.
They must have been
oh no, they were terrible.
So what were you eating before you did this?
Lots of frozen foods. Lots of fast foods, McDonald's, 24 hours, favorite.
Oh, the standard American diet.
Yeah, the standard American
diet. Lots of soda. My biggest thing was cutting out soda and juice. Now I'm strictly water.
Yeah, soda is actually one of the worst things to consume. Liquid sugar just goes right through you and ends up stored as fat. So, and if you want to see Allie's progression, her before picture is here and her after picture is here. Or wherever he edits it is where it's going to go.
Yeah, I'll just put it somewhere in there. It's going to be really cool.
This is her before and after, as you can see, and definitely some big results. And it must have been hard to take that first step.
It was. Well, what made it easier was that I had a support behind me, because otherwise I would not have been able to do it by myself.
What made you like just get triggered, like to go into it?
I figured it was time. I had no excuse anymore other than I just didn't know anything about it. So I figured let me try it. And if it didn't work, at least I tried, and I don't have any other excuses after that.
So it's like maybe like a last resort kind of thing, or you were just like, I don't care, I'm just gonna do whatever it takes. I don't care anymore. I just want results. You know?
Yeah, I figured I would just do whatever it took, and I did. I went strict for a while, and the results came quick and pretty easy. Not actually.
Do you think it was like kind of easy consuming the same kind of foods all the time?
Yes, it was hard at first, but then I got into a rhythm where I would just wake up, cook my breakfast, go on my day, come home, cook the same thing for dinner, and then I slowly started adding different things into it. Once I learned what I can add and stay on track.
Yeah, you just have to get used to everything, and you slowly just get used to everything that you're eating. Like, what was the stuff that you were eating?
Before or now?
Now.
Now, lots of eggs.
Eggs is a staple. You gotta have eggs. Eggs
Fresh
are
eggs.
amazing, yeah.
You
have your own chickens, right?
I do. I have my own chickens. I collect them every morning, cook them every morning.
No, that's what I need. My own grass-fed chickens.
Can't get any fresher than that. And then beef, burgers, or steak.
What kind of beef? Do you use grass-fed or just regular?
Grass-fed.
Grass-fed?
Mm-hmm.
Grass-fed is the way to go.
The grass-fed beef. And a little bit of cheese. And lots of salt, which was the hardest thing for me to add to this.
Why? What's wrong with salt?
I was never a salt person, ever. But I get chronic migraines, and the salt healed them. Like, I don't get migraines.
Exactly. I found that chicken broth also. I don't think you guys. Only I do that.
No, I do chicken broth.
The sodium content within it is what does it. It's like beautiful.
Yeah, when I was little, I'd get like a headache or something, or I'd be sick, and my parents would give me chicken noodle soup. And what I did not realize is that it wasn't the chicken and the noodles that were helping me; it was the chicken broth.
Yeah,
the sodium. Meanwhile, we were all scared of salt, and look at us now.
Now you're adding salt to salt.
That's false.
Oh no, you don't even understand what I do with salt. It's the worst.
Salt is a great mineral. I love it.
Everyone be triggered by how much salt I use.
Mm-hmm. Salt and butter. I'm like.
You never expect it.
It still scares me a little bit. Salt and butter.
What else do you eat besides eggs, beef?
Well, recently I've been putting chicken and fish, but
Chicken.
Yeah, I'm a big chicken fan.
Everybody likes chicken. I feel that it's just best to put fat with the chicken.
I put
I put the avocado oil on top of the chicken.
That's smart. Avocado oil is pretty good,
Because what I do when I have chicken is I'll overdo it. So I'll get the chicken. Then I put butter on it, and I melt the butter on top. Then I put the avocado oil on it, and then I'll put salt, and so it's just all just in there.
I cook it in butter, and then I'll put the avocado oil on it and salt.
What were like the biggest challenges you think of doing this?
Not eating whenever I wanted to was one of the hardest things.
Yeah, because you're also doing intermittent fasting. Right?
Yes, I am doing
incorporating that.
So I'll eat once in the morning, and then I won't eat until I'll eat around noon or 1 o'clock, and then I won't eat again until about 7:30. And that was hard at first because I like to snack throughout the day, or it didn't really fit with my schedule. But now I adapted to it. I wake up, I make my breakfast, go out.
Yeah, it just becomes a lifestyle, and it's definitely a beautiful lifestyle.
Yeah,
definitely.
I feel like that's like the hardest thing is like when people are like, yeah, I want to try something. Like they don't understand that when they do something like keto, that it's a different take on your life. Like you gotta really be down to do it. It's because they're like, oh yeah, I'll just do this, whatever, blah blah blah. I'm like, no, you gotta be focused on eating certain things all the time.
You have to stay consistent.
You gotta plan out your day on like when you're eating.
You can't just do bits and pieces of this diet and that one over there. You gotta.
Yeah, it came to me where it came down to me where I intermediate fast pretty much almost 20 hours a day.
Yeah.
So
sometimes I only eat 4 hours.
I only eat in a 4 hour period. Maybe.
Well, now I'm doing 1 meal a day, so I fast and I eat my meal at 7:30, and then I'm done by 8, and then I don't eat again until like 7:30 the next day. But
keeping insulin down is what really works, and that's what really it limits your cravings are gone, right, for the most part.
Mhm.
You don't feel the need to go to Taco Bell at 2 a.m. and
no.
Unless maybe like
as much as I used to love to do that. After another whiskey, I could go for Taco Bell, but no, I'm not really craving Taco Bell. And if I am craving, there are tons of recipes that I have found that I make, and
I know there's a lot of recipes that use like almond flour and coconut flour, stuff like that. Less harmful.
And they have better flavor, in my opinion.
Yeah. We made some...
Like those pancakes in that vlog that was up before this. So.
Which you can check out anytime you want at Keto Bros
YouTube channel.
Chocolate chip cookies?
Ali has made chocolate chip cookies, keto chocolate chip cookies before, and they were pretty good. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed them.
Yeah, if you want to be in our vlog, we'll make some. Do that.
We can make some right now?
Yeah.
Now that you mention it. Definitely it's a big change, to take that step. And, a lot of people, how's that affect your, how did that
affect your, I'm assuming that you're talking about conversations, relationships with other people.
Now, how did that affect your environment that you were in, like people around you? How did people take it?
Well, I was always not a very confident person, but I was a very outgoing, like easy to get along with kind of person. But since I've done it, and since I get so much, like, I wouldn't say backlash, but like positive feedback, it makes your confidence go that much higher. Yeah. And it's just like, I don't know, it's like overwhelming at some point, but I wouldn't change it. I love, like, now, like, my style, my clothes style changed so much, because, like, instead of wearing sweatshirts all the time, I wear, like, my favorite, like, all these clothes that I wouldn't never look good in before. Now I wear them, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, the downside to keto is that you have to buy new clothes. Oh no!
Shopping!
Yeah, you get to shop. So anybody who doesn't have a lot of money, sorry, you have to buy new clothes, probably.
I shop about twice a week.
Oh god.
Oh no. Yeah, I remember I would always be wearing like size 38s, and I would have to like wear a belt double over just to keep it on.
Just so you didn't have to buy more clothes.
Yeah, just so I didn't have to buy more clothes. It was the worst.
So you think it's like pretty easy to do it then? Because a lot of people say that it's just not sustainable.
No, I think it's definitely easy and definitely doable. I think the hardest part was just agreeing to do it and then going shopping. But once you go shopping and you know what you need to do, it's easy.
Because I think one of the hardest parts is having to cook your own food, because as, the standard American diet, you're just used to going out and getting fast food all the time. And a lot of us, especially people our age, 20 to like 25, 18 to 25, we don't really cook our own food that much. A lot of us, we just we depend on a lot of these companies to fast food and
restaurants,
like quick fixes. Yeah, restaurants. Like we're always eating out and we're always buying this processed stuff. Yeah. Or quick snacks. Like people go to convenience stores and they get these bagels and they get
these subs with all these
subs. Yeah. They get all this nonsense, all this processed stuff. Like we're in New Jersey, so we have places like Wawa, Quick Check,
Sheets,
all those
whatever.
Sheets, yeah, and a lot of those places, places like that and fast food companies, they sell a lot of processed stuff, and people don't even know that it's processed. Yeah. Why would they want us to know that? I'm looking at you companies. Why would you want us to know? Why are you doing this?
Why all these companies are doing
naturally, I guess life is just a business, so I guess these companies have to
do what they can to make people come back.
Yeah, I know. More. That's why I think it's always important to check the nutrition labels on everything.
Yes.
I don't really trust the companies who don't put nutrition labels on their back.
How many times have you gone to a store and just looked at something and always checked the label and just looked at the label and saw it's
how many people actually check the labels of what they're buying?
I do all the time now. But and now I check on things that I used to buy, and I'm like, I'll go to the store, I'm like, oh my god, I want this, and I'll look at it, I'm like, wait, and I'll check it, I was like, never mind.
Because
I put that far back on that shelf.
I understand, because, and it's so funny, because my parents would be like, hey, come shopping with us, come to the store with us, so I'd be like, whatever, so I'd go, and they'd be like, hey, how's this? I take it, and I'm like,
no, never mind.
Yeah. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, no, don't do it, please.
Yeah, because I know people that will go get protein bars and be like, oh, look, low carb, and then you look at the ingredients, you see like cane sugar or sucralose or sucrose on whatever the table sugar.
I've done that. I used to live off protein bars because I thought they were healthy. Before I did this, I thought
they have protein, but you also get the sugar that comes with that.
Yeah,
get the sugar.
And too much protein isn't good either.
Yeah, like not like you know. I think you have to get moderate protein, but you can't go too high.
Yeah.
You know, like you like constantly eating whey protein powder. That's not, you know.
Or like a crap ton of chicken with no fat.
You gotta have
That's why
fat.
I add it to it.
But chicken is definitely better than waffles and
bagels.
Bagels and, you know, chicken quesadillas. You know, mixing these carbs, these processed foods with, you know, with protein, it's not the best option. You know, you should get. I think people who, you know, if you want protein, have eggs, meats. You know, the good meats. You know, like get them from Whole Foods. You know, that's where people should be getting their protein from. Not
like
these
natural or like not natural.
Natural ingredients.
Yeah, natural ingredients, natural foods like that aren't like processed. Even like when you like what we were talking about before with the grass-fed ground beef. Like trying to get that stuff would be better for you because it's not the cows are not processed through like a system that they go through. They're they're fed, they're treated.
Yeah, because they're trying to grow these animals as fast as they can so they can just make more food of it.
Yeah,
and that's just
the
way.
That's just the way of mass production.
Yeah.
And like sometimes that's just not always the best way to do it if you want to be healthy. Which everyone should be doing, but some people just don't think it's good for them. I guess they're just not about it.
A lot of people have been fed a lot of lies, in their lives, and it's unfortunate. But the standard American diet has made all these diseases I think go up, and there's been a lot of problems in the last 50 years or so because of this stuff. And now we're discovering that what the sugar is doing, and we're doing something to stop it. To try to help. Change everything.
Yeah, we're trying to. We're trying to grab as many people as possible that will, like Allie, that will project this message, because there's a lot of people that are just coming back at us and saying that what we're doing isn't right, but they don't see the problem of what they're eating. They don't see that what they're eating isn't good for them, is really not good for them when they think it is, and it's really sad.
I think that's a big thing, though. I feel like people aren't going to understand unless they try it and they see the results for themselves.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's crazy. Or there's also a lot of these big companies, they come out with these studies. You can make a study of anything. So they'll come out with these studies that say, oh, keto's bad, fat, you should not be having... There's like one Harvard scientist who said that coconut oil was bad. And I'm just like,
I did see
come
that.
on, are you kidding me? And people see that stuff and they're like, oh no, and I think that's just false. That's fake news. That's fake news.
And what makes me laugh about a lot of that stuff is because those articles are like being posted to like vegan style, like vegan central websites where it's just they only eat vegetables. Yeah, good luck with that romaine, by the way. Where they don't eat meats, they don't eat anything from an animal, where in keto you eat mostly things of animal, because
I feel
that's
like
mostly where you get all the good stuff from.
Yeah, I feel like in my experience, animals give me better nutrients than plants would. I mean, broccoli is cool and stuff like that, but most people are not eating broccoli. We're eating bread, we're eating pasta, we're eating bread, pasta, rice, we're eating all that stuff all the time, and a lot of people are insulin resistant and they don't even know it. Insulin resistance basically means that your body doesn't work with carbs as well as some others do. Some people are insulin sensitive, which means that they can work better with carbs. That's why a lot of people can stay ripped or shredded, and they can consume a lot of carbs because they're insulin sensitive. They can handle that. But somebody like me, one bagel or rice, stuff like that, it messes with my system, and I get bloated easily. But with keto, it's not really an issue. I mean, isn't it?
I'm the same way. If I have one slip up or eat one slice of bread, even if I have the low carb bread, I feel it. Like I've had like the low carb bread that has like, 4 net carbs in it, and I'll eat a slice of that, and I still don't feel good right after that. Like it affects me so easily.
Yeah, like it's like for me it's like an immediate thing. Once it's in my body, I feel it, and I just feel like utter like crap.
And then I feel guilty. I'm like, should have had eggs. Should have just stuck with the eggs.
Yeah. People, I don't understand how people just don't see that. Like, it's like certain things. Everybody eats at least once in a week. At least one of the things that we eat all the time. Someone one morning probably has had an omelet in the morning. Someone probably one day.
The problem is that people are still scared of eggs. They're still worried about the cholesterol and stuff. But then they're having those eggs with toast. and or a bagel with eggs, and that's the real culprit. That's the criminal right there.
I also think what some people think is that, because I know I did, when I used to eat eggs before I started this, and then once I started, it became like a chore that I had to make sure I was eating eggs. I had to make sure I was eating beef, and it kind of just like got boring after a while. So I feel like people are like that. Like, people eat eggs all the time, but then once they feel like they need to do it for the diet or for whatever reason, then they sort of start pushing it away and deterring themselves from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I completely understand. Like, with me before I started keto, anytime I would eat eggs, I would eat it with French fries. And that was probably, like, it seems like if you weren't thinking about keto, that seems like a really cool thing to be doing, like, to eat.
Right.
But in reality, in the real world, that's just not okay. Absolutely. And so when Andrew and I were talking about, me doing keto, and I was like, okay, I could definitely do that just without the fries, even though, like, my heart was breaking on the inside. I went with it, and I just bumped up the amount of eggs I was eating, because I would eat, like, 4 eggs with the fries. And so then I was like, well, maybe I'll make it 10 eggs with nothing else. And that's just how I do it. And, like, I'm a guy where I don't mind eating the same thing every day. Every day for, like, 3 weeks I was eating only eggs. Egg
fast.
Yeah, one meal a day, and it was, like, 10 eggs, and that was it.
See, I'm the same way. I don't mind eating the same thing, but I used to do scrambled. I got sick of scrambled. So now I just switch up the style that I do, or, like, I'll add like, some cinnamon to my eggs, or some sort of, like, spice, like hot sauce or something, to just kind of change the flavor a little bit. But I don't mind eating the same thing every day. I think it's easier. I don't have to worry about what am I going to make today, or where am I going to go and pick up food today. So and I'll meal prep too. Like, I'll make burgers Monday, and then I'll have burgers for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You know what I mean?
Meal prepping is also, I feel like, it's hard for people to start prepping their own meals, cooking their own meals, as I said.
Yeah.
You gotta get used to it, but it's worth it. Definitely worth it. Take up a little bit of time, make some meals for the week. It's really, it's not that bad.
Definitely not bad.
You started July what?
July 23rd.
And as of right now, what's today?
Today,
November.
As of recording this video, it's November 24th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so with the exception of like 3 cheat meals, you've been pretty
4
consistent.
months.
How many pounds have you lost?
Mm-hmm. You want me to say where I started?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, because I can't calculate. I started at 250, and now I'm down to 175. About
175. Wow. So
yeah.
That's
maybe give or take
75. No,
it's 75 pounds, man.
It's about
Yeah,
it's about 75 pounds.
Yeah. And that's including like 3 cheat days. Okay, maybe a little more than 3 cheat days. But
compared to like everybody else,
That's great though. Hear that, everybody? 75 pounds. That's incredible.
It's still like, I still don't fully believe it, because I'm like, really? But then if you look at pictures, it's more like.
How are people
really tell?
How are people around you responding to you? Are they like? They're really
it's all positive, and everybody notices. And I tend to forget that I changed so much. So I was telling him about Thanksgiving, and I haven't seen some of these people in a year, since last Thanksgiving. And as soon as they all walked in, they all went and like double took, and I was like, what? Like, it's still me, but like obviously I look completely different than I did last year. Yeah, exactly. That was all the reaction. And even at work, some of like the parents and people that I see, they're all like, oh my God, every day it's something different. I'm like, I didn't really change much from yesterday, but every day they think it's like slightly different. So it feels good, but.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It really is, a change like that, just a couple months, just hard work and dedication really pays off.
Exactly.
Not even going to the gym.
I
should probably start.
The interesting thing is that a lot of people also say that exercise you need to exercise to lose weight, which exercise is always good. It's always a bonus. But I think the main cause of fat loss, not weight loss, but fat loss, is the right nutrition. And you have proved that. Allie does not have a gym membership. She does not run.
Goer.
She does not do anything?
You don't do anything.
I don't.
You don't do anything consider of like gym exercise.
All she does is eat right, and she's lost 75 pounds. That's all she does. She doesn't have to go doing crazy 7-day fasts. She doesn't do these crazy things to lose weight. She doesn't go through any of those. She just eats right. 75 pounds.
Yeah. And imagine what it would be like if she went to the gym.
Yeah, what if you work out?
I'm working on that, okay? One day.
But that's proof right there that exercise is great, but it's not needed for fat loss.
Yeah. You're definitely not needed for fat loss.
You need the right nutrition, and I believe that you need at least also enough protein for the muscle, because I think the two essential macronutrients are protein and fat. You don't really, it's obvious results that you don't need carbs to live.
There was like 2 months where I just didn't eat any carbs whatsoever. So it was mostly just 75.
I usually do like a little bit of carbs, but I did all last week strictly 0 carbs, and you do feel a difference. Not that I was eating many carbs during the week. Like I think very little. Like I had the one slice of bread which had like 4 net carbs. But other than that, I wasn't eating, and then I did strictly 0, and you do notice a difference as little as that is, but.
Yeah, I remember those days not having any carbs whatsoever. And it was just like, I was just so like.
I feel bad. Well, there's a lot of people that are doing
so much energy.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people that are doing like carnivore, and they're seeing pretty good results. I still have to look into that.
I'm definitely gonna try that when I bulk. Actually, I'm gonna just go all out with the protein and work out really heavy.
I definitely feel like we're made to eat animals and stuff like that. I love personally. I'm a big fan of pasture-raised eggs. I think they give some of the best nutrients. So. They're a little more expensive than regular eggs, but I think they're worth it. If you can
get a chicken
them,
for $5.
I can do that. I can do that. So.
Yeah, all these, most of the stuff that we eat is actually the most expensive, and it's so funny that it's like that, because these things are actually really good for you. They actually help you, but they're trying to get your the last dollar out of you.
The best stuff costs the most money, unfortunately.
But you know what? I used to eat out because I would work late and then I would just go out. I've saved so much money not going out and eating and just buying stuff once a week and cooking it every day than I ever have before. Like, I saved so much money. I love it.
I save so much money when I'm at work for like breaks. Like when people are working and like they have a break, then they go and get food for their break.
Mm-hmm.
People are spending like $40-$50 a week.
I used to have Burger King right next to my job, and that's where I would go for break every day. And now I just bring my own something, and I can just sit there and eat and relax.
Yeah, I spend $0 because I don't even eat. I fast through work. I just fast through work, and then I go home, and then I have my one meal, and then I go through the rest of my day.
It's just a lot of benefits that a lot of people are still trying to understand, and I could understand for someone that doesn't understand this stuff, and they're just starting out. It's really important to try to understand this stuff. A lot of people also don't care to research this stuff, so they'll be quick to judge, but they don't really they don't see the positive results that are coming out of this stuff.
Yeah.
Did anyone ever give you any crap for doing this?
I have some people that question it. They're like, really? You could eat, like, with the butter and the coffee, or like
I get that all the time.
Putting butter on top of your food.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, exactly. They're like, are you sure you can eat that much butter? Are you sure you can do something? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, and it works. I wouldn't do it if it wasn't gonna work. So, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't continue to do it.
Yeah. Like if it was showing that it was not working, you would just stop doing it.
So I do have people that question it, or they question what I eat and how often. A lot of people are a little skeptical on the not eating during the day, and it's just like, oh, you only eat in the morning, or you only eat at night. I'm like, I'm not hungry during the day. It's not that I don't have time, I'm just not hungry. If I was hungry, I would, I'd just find something to snack, but I'm not hungry. I eat my 1 or 2 meals, and that's it. So.
Yeah, I feel like the fasting is also...
Fasting plays another big part. That's another big thing that a lot of people are not really aware of, is that intermittent fasting is a big advantage.
Yeah, and it's so funny because people think that it's like... People think that not eating is bad for you because you're starving yourself.
I have a lot of people that say it
because
your body, there's some studies that say fasting does preserve muscle.
Or like the whole not eating breakfast thing, where like, oh, you're gonna gain weight if you don't eat breakfast. I'm like,
that's not
no, that's not true.
Right, I get that all, but I get that all. They're like, oh, you're not eating. You're supposed to be eating your breakfast at this time. I'm like,
nope.
No.
You just the problem. You're just not hungry on.
Right. I'm not gonna force myself to eat if I'm not hungry.
Yeah, the fat.
That's a good thing.
The fat keeps your energy up, and you just...
I also don't eat 10 eggs like you. I'm down to like 2 eggs, but that fills me up.
Bro,
I feel like if you're working out in the gym like we do, because we do 3... Right now we're doing a program where we're doing 3 days heavy weights, and then we're doing 3 days lightweight. And if you're pushing your body to that, plus I'm doing a boxing class now, so you're doing all that kind of stuff. you're gonna need to eat a little bit more because your body's gonna require more calories, more nutrients.
You need all you need the protein for your muscles. You need all the fat. For
protein
your
is, in my opinion, protein is the most essential macronutrient because you're needed for your bones, your muscle, everything. Fat's like the secondary.
Yeah, fat
is
energy. Yeah, fat is the energy.
And
source.
carbs is the bratty little cousin that you just don't want to be there. That doesn't really need to be there.
Yeah, probably kick it.
So yeah, kick it. But
this was a really fun interview. Don't you just love it?
Yeah.
You should definitely come and hang out with us on more vlogs, right?
Absolutely.
We'll definitely have some more vlogs with Allie because
Are you gonna?
She will enjoy this.
Are you gonna continue doing ketosis, ketogenic diet? You gonna?
I have no plans of quitting anytime soon.
And why is that?
Because I'm seeing results. If I wasn't seeing results, I would have stopped a long time ago. But I'm seeing results. I'm enjoying it.
Consistency is key.
Yes.
I agree.
Nice sweatshirt, by the way.
Thank you.
Where'd you get it?
allgainsapparel.com.
Allgainsapparel.com.
Yeah, we're all
not even trying. We fund our own videos.
yeah, shameless plug on us. Definitely go to allgainsapparel.com.
We didn't plan this.
Yeah, I'll have some promo codes in the description. Definitely go check it out. As long as it's around the time, just click on it.
Yeah, we got some more videos coming out for you guys. Allie probably will return. She started this lifestyle and it doesn't look like she wants to stop. So it's just it's great, and I'm really happy for you.
Thank you.
And Mike,
I'm very much proud of you.
Thank you, and I couldn't have done it without you guys.
That's what we're here for. And you guys can definitely do that too once we release our keto plan.
Yeah, we have a 90-day keto plan coming out. And it's going to be really good. It's going to have a lot of information for you guys, and I believe that it's going to change. It's going to change a lot of people's lives, and that's the most important thing to us. For me, making money is cool, but I get really good satisfaction seeing results in people. Like that. But you too. You've seen crazy results from this, and a year ago you were eating fries every day, mozzarella sticks, and now you're eating eggs and a bunch of butter and salt.
Yes.
A lot of grandparents would kill you by now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they definitely would have. But yeah, we definitely want to get it out, make sure that it's perfect, and then release it to you guys because we definitely want you guys to definitely join us on our journey because it's not just our journey, it's your journey. You need to join us, and we need to show the rest of the world that this is good. And this is okay.
We're trying to spread the message of how sugar is just bad. There's no question. You don't need any sugar. Your body does not want sugar. And just a better overall healthy lifestyle.
Exactly. Well, on this note, we're just gonna wrap this up. Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming down.
And we will definitely do some more videos with Allie. And until the next video, make sure you like and subscribe, and then we will check you guys out in the next vlog.
Yeah, check us out. Some more videos. We got some more vlogs, and we got some more content coming out soon.
Also follow the social media pages.
Yeah, it's gonna be down in the link in the description. Yeah.
Yes, definitely check them out, and we'll see you guys later.